Hi, welcome to Daniel's Book Reviews. I'm Sandy.
And I'm Daniel.
What book are we reviewing today, Daniel?
We're gonna review Peak, the book.
Peak, like,
Yeah, like a mountain peak.
okay. So I'm guessing that has something to do with your background, which is a mountain.
Yeah.
What mountain is it?
Mount Everest, the highest.
Okay. Do you know why my background is just buildings in New York?
Yeah, I'll explain. So this like kid climbs like a building to like do graffiti on it, and he climbs like pretty high. And so he gets in trouble because like you're not allowed to do that.
Uh-huh.
And so he can like go to prison, or he can like go somewhere like far away so like the publicity will die down or something
Okay.
like that.
What's the kid's name?
Peak.
That's convenient, isn't it?
He was named that because like both his parents are like good mountain climbers.
Oh, I see. So they called him Peak because they like climbing.
Yeah.
It's like if we called you Book because we like reading.
I mean, I like reading.
Right, but
That'd
that's
be like if I called my kid like Reed or something.
okay. Okay. So all right. So how does this like what is the story about? Is it I mean, so it's a kid, I guess is it in New York that he's climbing?
Um, yeah. And so like he goes to Mount Everest with his dad to climb up there. So, yeah.
What is so like we've talked a little bit about kind of the journey of the characters and like how the characters change. So he originally starts off as a kid in New York who just likes climbing things. Where are his parents? His parents with him.
His dad goes with him to climb Mount Everest.
Right, but in New York, like
Oh,
what's
in New York. Um, he I'm pretty sure his like dad is like somewhere else, always like climbing mountains, and so he has like a mom and his stepdad. I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
And so I guess because he's bored or whatever, he likes climbing. He climbs buildings in New York to graffiti them,
Yeah,
and he gets in trouble.
yeah.
And then he leaves New York, like he gets kicked out of New York.
Yeah, he leaves New York, so like he won't be as like popular when he comes back, and like yeah,
Oh, like because it's like a big court case or something.
yeah,
Okay. And so his dad takes him to climb Everest.
yeah.
How does that go? How old is he, by the
Um,
way?
14.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so pretty young.
Yeah, pretty sure not allowed to climb Everest until you're like 16 or 18.
I see. So how does that work? Is that going to spoil the book?
I mean, I don't really know. This is a book, a fictional book,
Okay.
so
How many, is it part of a series or is it just a standalone book?
I'm pretty sure it's just a standalone book.
Okay. So does he climb Everest? Does he make it?
Yeah, he does.
And I guess he has adventures on the way or,
Yeah, takes a long time. Yeah, does it normally take like a month or two?
yeah, I think so.
Because you have to like go up to like you have to like go up, and then you have to stay there for like a long time so you can like out like so you can like get used to the air, and then yeah,
Acclimate. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You've climbed mountains before, right? What mountains have you climbed?
I don't think I've climbed. I mean, I've hiked for like 20 minutes, I guess.
That's not very far.
Exactly.
I climbed a mountain once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. But that we didn't. I mean, Kilimanjaro is nothing like Everest. Kilimanjaro is
Isn't
probably the easiest mountain to climb,
Yeah.
or
How
one of
far?
the easiest.
How high is it?
I want to say 15,000 feet, something like that.
Yeah, Everest is like 27,000 feet or 20,000,
Yeah, I
right?
think it's like 27,027, something like that. It's like a
Yeah.
nicer, yeah. So that's pretty high. I mean, even climbing buildings in New York. I mean, you never climbed any buildings in New York when you lived here, right?
I lived in New York for like from when I was like 5 or 6 to when I was like
Right.
7.
And you didn't climb any buildings.
No, like 4. Like 4 or 5 to like 6 or 7. So I
Okay.
don't think I had any time to climb buildings since I was like pretty young.
So why do you think he climbs buildings? Like, or why do you think he likes to climb?
Because like it's fun, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you like to do lots of things that are fun, but not to the point where they would get you thrown in jail.
Yeah, I mean, guess he just likes climbing and like graffiti is art and the art is I don't know.
Do you think it's because? I mean, well, let's talk about this. He's 14. His dad likes climbing. He lives with his mom. Do you think that he climbs as a way to be closer to his dad?
I've never ex- I don't like climbing, so I would not know, but I mean maybe.
I
Pretty
mean,
sure he hasn't like lived with his like dad much or met his dad that much. So, yeah, I guess that could be why.
what about the graffiti?
I'm pretty sure like he like somewhere in the book he says like it feels like a way to express himself or something. I think.
Does he graffiti the top of Everest?
No.
Okay,
And plus it has snow, so it'd like melt away. Or yeah, it's snow. You can't really graffiti snow.
that's a good point. Did you? So you like this book?
It was okay, pretty good. I mean,
How did?
I like fantasy and fiction better.
This is fiction, right? I don't think the real 14-year-old boy
Um,
climbed
it's
Everest.
kind of like realistic fiction. I kind of could happen, but it's not. Yeah.
You've read a bunch of realistic fiction before, like the books about Alcatraz,
Yeah.
but I guess that was more unrealistic than this. I don't know actually if it's realistic at all for a 14-year-old to climb Everest, but sure.
Yeah. Seems like you're not allowed to do that anymore.
So where do they where does the excitement or plot like come from? Like where's the conflict in this book? Is it's man versus nature, right? Because he's trying to climb the mountain.
Um, yeah, and he just like climbs and yeah.
About this book.
What do I like about this book?
Any other thoughts? Whether you like it or dislike it. What didn't you like? Maybe is a better way to start.
I just don't like these like types of book in general. I prefer, yeah, like I said, fantasy and stuff.
So it was too realistic.
Um, yeah, I know, and there wasn't like that much. I mean, he climbed Everest, but that was like it.
That's it. Just climbing the tallest mountain in the world.
Yeah,
Not much of an accomplishment.
yeah,
Cool. So maybe back to fantasy for our next book review.
yeah. I mean, I wonder what. I'm pretty sure the youngest age, I just looked it up, is 15.
Climb Everest.
Yeah, 2003.
Oh, so you could still be the youngest if you wanted to climb Everest.
Oh, if anyone, I'm not the best climber. Alex is.
So maybe Alex can still be the youngest if he climbs it this year.
I mean, he's 14, turning 15 in like a couple months.
So he's got some
January 1st.
time.
Yeah, almost everybody in the world celebrates his birthday.
Well, good. I'll make sure not to get you climbing Everest climbing trip for your birthday, since you're not interested in that. No, but I do think I think that it's interesting to look at these realistic books that, so like you said, no one who's 14 has climbed Everest. So it obviously didn't happen in real life, but you felt it was very realistic, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's some interesting things there around how people that do these extraordinary things, like their lives, when you look at it from like from the perspective of a book, are pretty realistic. Like you can follow along, like you empathize with the main character, right?
Yeah, like if like you actually tried to do that when you were 14, you could like feel about it and like yeah. Like even
So
if you're yeah.
maybe the lesson and the reason like books like this are written is to show that you as a person can like feel the same way as these people that are doing extraordinary things. So like you can do extraordinary things.
Yeah, I guess.
Come on. You don't think so?
I mean, I've never done anything like I haven't climbed any buildings. I haven't controlled water. I haven't done yeah.
But I think the point is that by reading about somebody who is like in like a normal kid doing these things, you feel like you could do them. Like it's possible to do them.
I mean, yeah, like a 15-year-old did actually do it, so
But could you do it?
probably not since I haven't like I'm
What if
not
you
good at.
tried for the next 4 years?
Then probably maybe.
So if your dream was to climb mountains and you read this book, you could think, oh, it's not unreasonable for me to climb Everest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're allowed anymore to be that young to
Oh.
climb. So.
Is this kind of like if you were reading a book about a famous YouTuber and you're like, oh, I could do this. I could be a famous YouTuber.
Uh, in this one movie, this like guy who made a music video got like a couple thousand views. I don't get it. And
Why don't, I mean, maybe you should make a music video.
I'm bad at my viola and I don't really like playing. And this one guy who like did like a protest to like building a bridge, like he got a couple thousand views too. And I only get on my most viewed video 90 views.
Well, we should maybe review different things or have different uh, ideas for what to put on the video or market it better. I mean, but that's the thing. I think the idea is that when you do these things and like you try and you focus on them, you do eventually get better, and that everybody starts off in New York climbing buildings, but eventually they can climb Everest. That's the lesson from this book.
It can be a metaphor.
It is a metaphor. Cool. So what book do you have any ideas for next week?
I think I might have a book, but like I've read so many while we were gone. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should have a theme because isn't it getting close to Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
No, you don't want to do a Thanksgiving themed book.
Maybe.
All right. Well, join us next time and we can find out what we decide to do, whether we'll just get another random book or if we'll have a theme. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.